4208, how to remove and swap out the brake knob. First, unscrew the front post knob and pull out your front post along with the handlebars. Get those out of the way because you need to free up the area here to remove the cover and slip it up. Okay. Now, take off the 6 screws on the cover. Okay, remove the left side cover screws. Lift the cover up and out of the way. Next, we're going to get the screw that's in here. Okay, this is the screw. Apply some pressure, pulling the cover up as you unscrew it. Okay, for this next step, we're going to get a large handled screwdriver, or you could use a large socket and stick it in right here so that it holds the brake pad away from the knob assembly. We're going to lift up the cover and we're going to remove the screw on the right side over here first. Now lift up the cover and put your finger here on top of this little plastic square that's right here. Okay, you can see the plastic here, and then the screw goes into it. So you're going to apply pressure with your finger on it and then remove the screw and then release the plastic block. You see it maybe pop up right now. All right, I'm going to lift the cover up, put my finger on top of the square and remove the screw. Okay. When the screw's removed, let go of the plastic square. It's popped up now. All right, now remove the screw from the right side of the machine. Be careful not to drop it. Okay, now remove the screw on the left side. Okay, and now you can lift up the brake assembly out of the way. That's what it looks like. All right, here's the knob that we just removed. This is the new knob. We must put some parts on it from the old one to get this to work properly. So remove the spring and the plastic square. I'm going to remove this cap nut from the brake knob. Alright, now set these parts in order. Alright, that was taken out first. Then the plastic square. Then the long spring. Next the nut. And then the short spring. Then the plastic square up top, and then the cover. Okay. Move the old knob out of the way, or the broken knob, and start assembling it. We're going to put the cover on first. The plastic square. The short spring. And then the metal square nut. Turn it on some. Okay. Now we're going to put on the long spring, the plastic square, and put the cap nut on the top. Alright. I'm going to tighten it up. It's a 10 millimeter. Alright, it's tightened up. Our brake knob is ready to be installed. Okay, now we're ready to install our new brake knob, and to do that we need to make sure that the plastic squares, they have a hole. Those need to be facing the left and the right side of the machine. So as you insert them, make sure they face out so you can see them through the holes in the tube. Alright, then the metal nut, that square one, it needs to be flush with the tube also. Alright, and it's in there. But we're going to get that screw in first, up here. Alright, that's in. Now put the screw in on the other side, the right side. screws in. Okay, now to install the screws on the bottom side, we're gonna pull the knob up, and that's gonna be the hole into view. Put the screw in. All right, and then put the screw in on the back side. Okay, that screws in. Now go ahead and press down on the brake pad and pull that screwdriver out. Okay. Okay, so tighten it up. So bring the pad into contact with the flywheel. Nice, made contact. Back it up. Push down on the knob. It's working good. Bring it up higher. It works. Now we're going to get the screw back in here into the main frame and hold this cover down. Alright, the cover's back in place. Okay, we're going to get the brake cover back on. I'm going to slip it on over the main frame and line up the holes. Make sure you could get a good clearance on the knob in the front here. Make sure you can see the threading. Once you got all the screws threaded in, go ahead and tighten them down. All right. Okay, now go to the right side of the machine. Thread in the screws into the holes. The cover's pretty flexible, so you might have to move it around a bit to get the holes to line up. Once they're all threaded in, tighten them down. Alright, checking the opening for the front post knob. We got good clearance with the cover. It'll fit right in there. Alright, that's what you want. Now everything's back in place. You can go ahead and put your front post back in and your knob, and that's how you swap out the knob.